What's up, y'all? So a lot of people been coming forward for Carlos King and his toxic workplace environment. And I just wanted to go down the list of the people that, have worked with him and don't have nice things to say. So did y'all ever used to watch Hollywood Divas? Because I did. I watched it ever since episode 1. And I was watching an interview with Paula J Parker, who was one of the main cast members. Also, it had Countess Vaughn Golden from Girlfriends, Lisa Wu from Housewives of Orange County, and Elise Neal. So yeah, they were all supposed to be Hollywood black actresses. It was supposed to be black excellence. And no, he wanted to make it love and hip hop. So anyways, yeah, Paula J Parker did an interview with Vlad. I can't insert it because I heard he'd be striking channels. But basically, she said that the show was about them. The ladies were supposed to be filming a movie, but the movie was something that Paula J Parker had been wrote. This is her movie. She created it. So after the ladies and her were supposed to film it, they tried to sell it. And when they were trying to sell it, TV One only wanted to give her $2,500. So she was like, bump that. It ain't even worth it. So after that, she said the producers, aka Carlos King, because she had nothing but nice things to say about the other producer, Todd Tucker. She said Todd Tucker was a real one. But she did say the producers, aka Carlos King, after that, and she wouldn't sell the movie, and there was nothing really for the show to be about anymore. She said that he turned the whole cast against her. Everyone started coming for her. Everyone started calling her a liar, calling her a drunk, just doing everything they can. They tried to call her homophobic because I guess there was like someone on there trying to talk to her husband and she came for her, and because she was in the LGBTQ community, they tried to say she was homophobic, but she was like, I don't give a damn who was trying to get with my husband. I'm coming for you no matter who you are. It had nothing to do with, their preference. But anyways, I just think it's really funny that even Elise Neal is not messing with Carlos. She blocked him because I was watching the reunion today, and on the reunion he was like, have you guys heard from Elise? They were like, no. He's like, me either. She blocked me on Twitter. Why would she block you on Twitter? Probably because you made her a villain of the show. Her and Golden were friends before the show started, and you came and fucked that relationship up. They're no longer friends no more. Her and Paula J Parker were friends for 20 years, and you probably messed that relationship up. All this show was about was drama. Like, literally, Golden was on there cussing and screaming. They were all on there coming for each other. They almost even got in a fight. I think it was Golden and Countess Vaughn. But yeah, the show was a hot-ass mess. He didn't want to show these women in a good light as successful black Hollywood. No, he wanted them to be on there fighting like it's Love and Hip Hop, because, that's where he came from. He came from Love and Hip Hop. So, yeah, let's just take a stroll down memory lane and all the shows and all the drama that he's caused on every show. Okay, so first up, we got Hollywood Divas, and I already told you that Paula J. Parker did an interview. Then we have Real Housewives. He messed up Kandi, Fedra relationship. We have Love and Marriage Huntsville. We have Love and Marriage DC. Bell Collective. Come on, everyone's speaking out. Monique just spoke out. Kandi been speaking out. Aikisha just spoke out this week. The list goes on and on. He ain't here for women empowerment, and I'm going to show you why he's not here for women empowerment. This is a tweet that he made, or I should say a comment on the Shade Room that he made. So this lady said, ladies, stop throwing women empowerment events when you're a mean girl in real life. And then who's up in the comments? Carlos King. Carlos says, and stop having us produce those events for you on the show. Exactly, because he's not for that. He's not for women empowerment. He's not for black excellence, okay? You can see it right here. This was 6 years ago he wrote this. But now what does he do? He's always trying to film women empowerment events. It's like you want to throw women empowerment events on the show, but then you want to show drama, because that's not what you're for. You're for making people look a damn fool. You're for divisiveness. So let's get into Monique Samuels. Monique Samuels, who used to be on Real Housewives, she got off the show, and then she said Carlos hit her up and was like, come over here to this show. Come on, we're going to show you in a good light. Let's show the real you. Come on, we're black. Let's stick together. Blah, 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 blah. She said she went over there because he said that. And then she said he did her worse than the white folks. This is coming out of her mouth. That's a quote out of her mouth. He did her worse than the white folks. She said he was worse than Bravo. And mind you, on Bravo, she got in an altercation and they made her look like the aggressor. So imagine that. So anyway, she said that the show has no organization. There was never no scheduled time to do this. We're going to do this, that. She was having to self-produce. She said she brought the whole cast to the show. He told her it was going to be her own show and it was going to show her in a positive light, show the real her. We didn't get to see nothing about the real her. She said the show ended up being a spinoff of Love and Marriage Huntsville. So everything he told her was a lie. She said that it was always making her look like she was the aggressor and just, always had something to say, but never showed why she was acting like that. It wouldn't show the conversation leading up. It would just show her husband sitting there quiet and her going off. So she said it was a horrible experience. She would never want to go back. Basically, he made her not want to do reality TV. That's just another example of the toxic workplace environment that he creates. Another person who came out this week was Aikisha from Bell Collective. So if you guys don't know, in the beginning of the show, in their little intro, it has all the ladies doing cute little model walks. And then when it shows her, even when I seen it, I was like, oh my God, what is she doing? That's fucking cringy and embarrassing. But she said, okay, basically she's on there twerking in a fucking ball gown. She's twerking. So she was like, what is going on? Like, why would they show this? She's like, I got so many texts and calls from my family. Like, girl, what are you doing? Like, we're embarrassed. She's like, shit, I'm embarrassed too. So I guess she had been seeing this, like when they filmed the reunion. Yeah, they already filmed the reunion, but she had seen this and she said she called the producers and told them like, I'm not feeling this. You need to take this down. There was so many shots you could have used. I was just doing that twerking thing, playing around while we were looking for music. Like, why would y'all even show me in that light? Nobody else is doing that. Why you got me looking crazy? And she said that she was surprised when she seen that on the show. She was like, wow, I can't believe I asked them to take it down and they still have it up there. But that's not all. She also came forward talking about how producers don't want to show her marriage in a positive light. She doesn't know why they don't want to show a healthy marriage, that she loves her husband, they have a healthy marriage. But no, instead of showing that, she got people on the show like Letitia trying to ruin her marriage, because Latrice told her that Letitia was trying to have somebody get in her husband's DMs to make it look like her husband was cheating on her. Another thing she said was she talked about JJ's ex. She talked about Selena. She said that, when Selena and So Gucci got in a fight, she was like talking to Carlos about it. And he was like, oh, no, you don't have nothing to worry. Selena's not a cast member. She's not coming on the show. She's not going to be a Belle. So then this season, when she shows up to the park, she's like, what's going on? And then she finds out she's a cast member. She's like, what? Like, damn, he's a liar. He straight told me she wasn't going to be a Belle. These are just other things about Toxic Reign. Then we have Winter from Love and Marriage DC. If you guys don't know, she been speaking up. She been saying that Carlos is trifling. He tried to make her look like a villain of the show when he doesn't want to show her in a positive light. Like, he always tried to show her being messy and trying to turn people against her. So she wasn't with it. She quit the show. She also came forward and said that he only paid $2,500 an episode. $2,500? I can go get a job at 7-Eleven right now and make $2,500 a month. Could you imagine being a freaking reality star? Can't even hold a real job because you got to film and you're getting paid $2,500 an episode? Like, that is pathetic. That is just low blow. Anyway, so yeah, she quit the show. She's been coming out speaking about it. But then we have Kandi Burris, and I feel like he done did Kandi the wrongest. So Kandi from Real Housewives, she been working with Carlos. She had so many spinoffs from Bravo that she actually said, oh, let Carlos come over here and be the producer of my show. And she's the one who gave him the executive producer title. He didn't have one before that. So she put him on. He was actually close with her. He even had an office at the candy factory. So they were close. Him and Todd went and made Hollywood Divas together. Like I said, Paula J Parker had nothing but good things to say about Todd. But one day she gets a call and they're like, oh, Kandi, you're over here trying to shop around a Lifetime story for Escape. She's like, what? No, I didn't. Who did that? They're like, oh, Carlos. Then she finds out Carlos over there calling her mom, trying to get behind the scenes info of stuff that happened when she was on Escape. So this snake Carlos was trying to sell Kandi's Lifetime story for Escape. Could you imagine? Can you imagine your homegirl, somebody that, you gave a career to, basically? She upgraded your career. You got office space in her building and you over there trying to sell her Lifetime story? You cannot imagine. But that's not even all that he did to Kandi, because she was friends with Phaedra. They were good friends on the show. And what happened with that relationship? He broke that relationship up with her and Kandi. He broke the relationship up with her and Portia because he went telling Phaedra that, oh yeah, Kandi and Todd is trying to do the Diddy to Portia. They're trying to take her down to her dungeon and, slip her a Mickey. Like, what? And Phaedra brought that to the show. And guess what happened? It got her and Carlos' ass fired. Another little tidbit. This is how you know Carlos is just toxic, because Carlos never knew Tamar, never was friends with her. But because Tamar is always beefing with Kandi because she's just so jealous that Kandi is best friends with Tiny. And if you don't know, Tamar was friends with Tiny, and she just has something for Kandi for no reason. So when Kandi was speaking out about Carlos, here go Tamar over there sticking up for Carlos, doesn't even know him. They're not even friends. And then Carlos hops on the Tamar bandwagon, starts interviewing him on their show. They become friends, and now, they're besties. But they weren't even friends. They only became friends because Carlos seen that she was coming for Kandi. So then he, reached out to her. They started hanging out, and now they're such good friends. No, they're not good friends. They just have a common enemy. So that's what he does. Anybody that, he see could be a common enemy, he pulls them under his wing, and it's all, oh, I love you. And then he starts interviewing them, and all of a sudden now they're best friends. It's fake as hell. So then we got Phaedra. He actually got Phaedra fired, ruined her friendship with Kandi. They were friends for years, all behind him starting a rumor. He literally tried to get Phaedra to bring to the show that Kandi, was trying to do something illegal. That is insane. He tried to ruin Kandi's reputation. Like, that is insane to me. And what did it do? It got him fired from Bravo. Shout out to Bravo, because, when people do wrong things on their show, they actually let them go. And the fact that Oprah has not done anything to Carlos when he's online every week coming for his cast members. Like, could you imagine your employer going on live talking about you every week? That's insane. Then we have Melody. She brought this show to Carlos, paid for a meeting to sit down with him and tell him how she wanted to have a show about Black entrepreneurs. And what does he do? She tells him, you know what? I don't want to do this show anymore because I found out my husband's cheating. He's like, oh, no, girl, it's okay. Come on, let's do it. Like, I'm going to hold your hand through this, blah, 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 blah. And what does he do? Gets her on the show, embarrasses her, tries to drag her, tries to destroy her character. He knew the whole time that the cheating shit was going to come out. He didn't care because he knew it was going to be good TV. He wanted some Love and Hip Hop drama. I will never forget this picture. When I first found out about Love and Hip Hop, I'm sorry, Love and Marriage, is when I seen this picture, and it was on Carlos King's Instagram, and he was supposedly wiping Melody's tears. But I remember the caption says something like, oh, Melody's a star, and I told her I would hold her hand, and blah, 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 blah. And he was so proud of her because she had came out with her own song. She was thriving, becoming a star, just getting recognition outside of the show. And he was just boasting and bragging about her, was so happy to be friends with her. And it's just so crazy how he's done such a 380 since then. I will never forget the reunion when they brought up Martell's side chick and why they call her coleslaw. And he gonna say, I've never called her a side chick. I don't think she's a side chick. I think she's a whole meal. I think she's a whole entree. And you said that in front of Melody? In that moment, I was like, oh no, you need to watch him. That is not your friend. That is not your friend, because a friend ain't going to do that to you. Like, even a boss ain't going to do that to you. Why would you be over here talking about this side chick? Like, she was fresh getting divorced. And he over here boasting and bragging about the side chick. Then he gonna start berating Melody on stage about, oh, you don't remember having something in your mouth? Like, whose boss talks to them like that? I can't believe, like, Oprah, this is your network. How are you allowing this? The problem is Carlos wants to be a reality star. He doesn't want to be a producer. No, he wants to be a reality star. That's why he has a YouTube channel. That's why he tried to have Nightcap with the King. That's why he always wants to be on every reunion, is because he wants to be a star. He's looking to be a reality star. And I think he's jealous that Melody has a fan base. And that's why he keeps coming for her. Just like last week, he was coming for her, mad that when Stormy asked her on the show, why don't you state where you stand? He mad that she didn't state where she stands. But yet you said on that same freaking live on YouTube that you don't got to tell us shit. That's what you said. So why would Melody have to answer your question? Stormy was wrong. A lady was just looking at the building and you came out yelling at her. Cussing at her, a 70-year-old lady. What kind of threat would a 70-year-old lady be? You're out there cussing at her, threatening her, threatening her. That's why you went to jail. It wasn't for harassing communications. You made that shit up. That was a lie. But the fact that Carlos King just keeps trying to drag the star of his show and turn people against her is crazy to me. And I wonder when there's going to be massive lawsuits about workplace harassment, because it's coming. I just know it's coming. Anyways, I want to hear what y'all think down below. Have y'all ever worked for a toxic employer? What is your toxic workplace story? Because I want to hear it. I want to hear, have you ever had to deal with anything like this? Have you ever had a boss like this? Yeah, please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video.